Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Bender Cartoon 91 here, and today for you guys, we will be taking a look at the glorious panda switches. So these were previously known as the glorious holy pandas, but then there was a lot of arguments in the community about the naming and the origin of the name. And I'm not going to really get into that in this video, but in my opinion, they did the right thing and they changed the name to Glorious Pandas instead of Glorious Holy Pandas. But today, I think I have some batch 1 switches, which means that the box on them does say Holy Panda, but it will be changed for future runs. We'll be unboxing these. We will be comparing them to some Yak Pandas that I made. I don't have a lot of those, so we're not going to be able to do full board comparisons, but I'll lube them up and we'll get some sound tests going and all of that good stuff. Today we will be testing it on the Drop Alt keyboard, just because in my opinion that is an entry board and I feel like a lot of people will have this board, so I'm going to be using that board, which is also hot swap, so that helps. So yeah, let's get right on into the unboxing of these glorious panda switches. As you guys can see, this is the packaging right here. We have 3 boxes of switches, so I'm gonna open them up. We are not over at the other table yet, just because I wouldn't have an audio solution. I'm using the AT2035 right now, and my other table is all the way over on the other side of the room, so I wouldn't have an audio solution. I'll figure it out for the future, but for now we are just gonna chill at this table for unboxings. So yeah, let's open this thing up. Alright guys, so inside we have glorious panda switches. Like I said, that will be different for new batches coming out. It also comes with like your order information and stuff. But yeah, this is all that's in the package. As you guys can see, this is like almost a limited edition boxing because they changed it. This was only for batch 1, so only the early customers got this glorious holy panda switches. But yeah, premium mechanical keyboard switches. It has some facts on here. There's 67 gram springs. They're tactile switches, obviously. Plate mounted, RGB compatible. 36 switches per box, and I bought 3 of them, so it could fill up pretty much all keyboard sizes. So yeah, let's open one of these up and take a look inside. Alright, so here are the switches. We'll open them up. Alright guys, so here are the switches. Let's open them up. There is a little plastic sticker on there. Just gonna peel that off. Alright, there we go. And then pop these things open. Alright, so some orange packaging on the inside. And then there are the switches themselves. Like I said, 36 switches per pack in these bags right here. We have a glorious panda sticker on there. It says glorious PC gaming race. It's a little bent up, but that's all right. And we also have this glorious PC gaming race little quick start guide for everything. So one thing that I can say Glorious does really well is packaging. Like, this is really nice packaging. The Model O had really nice packaging, and things like this little card here, it feels really premium, and it gives like buyers a premium experience for their money, which I think Glorious does a great job of. All right, so like I said, 36 per pack in these little baggies here. Let's open these up. Ooh. Here are the switches themselves. A little tactile goodness. All right, it is a 3-pin switch, which means that if you are running it plateless for some reason, your keyboard, these would go at all. They are PCB mount, which means that they clip into the PCB, and that's how they are secured. Yeah, I'm gonna put these on a board real quick, and we can get a sound test of these unlubed switches. So I finished popping the switches in, as you guys can see on my Mass Drop Alt here. On the second box, we're left over with 5 switches, so I went through 1 box in almost a second. The switches I used to have on this were some lubed lilacs right here, so these are definitely going to be more tactile. So I'm going to pop these keycaps on, right, and we'll do a sound test. One thing to note is that these stabs are the stock stabs on this board, which means even though they're lubed, they will still be rattly, so you can't blame that 100% on the switches. Also, we're going to lube the switches to make them sound even better and feel even smoother. So yeah, I'm going to pop these keycaps on, and we will do the unlubed switch sound test. This keyboard is really beat up, by the way. That's why I still have it. I was going to sell it, but by the time I was finished using it, I gave it to my brother, and then it got even more beat up, so it's going to stay with me forever pretty much. So yeah, let's pop on these keycaps and get the sound test going. Alright guys, so here's the board. Got those glorious Panda switches. So yeah, let's drop a sound test right now. So you guys just heard the sound test of this keyboard, and honestly, it doesn't sound bad for stock switches. Obviously, they're tactiles, so in my opinion, tactiles feel better stock than linears feel stock, because you know you're going for that buttery smoothness of linears, when with tactiles you're going for that tactility, obviously. So these honestly feel and sound very good stock. Just want to point out a couple things. One, inevitably some of your switches will be bent when shipped. Obviously shipping, they can't control that, so they will be bent. So before putting it into your PCB, solderable or hot swap, make sure that the switches are straight. If you do that, then you have a less chance of completely ruining the switch and making it pretty much useless. So I made sure to go over all of them while I was putting them in, and made sure that there was no bent switches. A few of them were bent, you know, you just pop them back normal and they're good to go. Alright, so yeah, now I'm actually going to put in some lubed Yak Holy Panda switches that I make myself. I used to make them a lot when I first got into the hobby. I don't do it as much anymore, but I have a few left over, so we're gonna pop those in and do a little sound comparison for you guys. So yeah, let's do that right now. Alright guys, so these are the Yak Holy Panda switches that I make. Little sound test right here. These are lubed with some 3204, and eventually I will be lubing these. I'm not sure if I will do this in this video or not, but if I don't, I will stream the lubing, and then also for sound test, I will just post a lubed sound test in the mass drop all for you guys. So yeah, these are the switches that we will be comparing them against. These are trash Pandas with a Halo True stem. So yeah, let's pop a few of these in there and get the sound comparison. On the left side of the keyboard over here, A, S, D, and F are all glorious Pandas. I just have those hit there for reference. And then J, K, L, and then this button right here. These are all trash Pandas lubed by me. So yeah, this is a little sound test. Let's get right on into it. Alright guys, so while doing that, I realized that these, you can definitely hear the spring on more. Obviously, since they are not lubed, you will be able to hear the spring, and then on these, you couldn't hear the spring as much since they are indeed lubed. Glorious Panda switches are also a little bit heavier, so they feel more tactile to me, because I believe these are 55 gram springs, and these are 67. So it will add that little bit of tactility factor to it. In my opinion, the heavier switch always does that. So that is my thought on there. These are honestly pretty comparable to Holy Panda switches, and I think Glorious did a great job. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on the Glorious Panda switches are that they're really good switches. They come in at 69 cents. Yes, Glorious did that. And for that price, they're kind of just as good as Holy Pandas. Obviously, there is some spring rattle, and I would definitely 100% recommend lubing these. But unlubed, they honestly feel really good. Probably some of the best unlubed switches I have had. And by the way, guys, I bought these myself. pay the same price as everyone else. I just do really think that these are just as good as Holy Pandas. These are honestly great switches in my opinion. Definitely recommend picking some up if you guys want some Holy Panda alternatives. I will link them down below. Not an affiliate link or anything. I will just link them down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, remember to hit that sub button, hit that like button, all that good stuff. Comment down below some other video ideas, what other switches you want me to try out, all that stuff. Improvements to my setup. Always trying to make it better, make better videos for you guys. So yeah, hopefully you guys are staying safe. Have a great day. Peace.